How you doing, brother?
I'm okay.
What's up,
Brown, are
Ark?
you live?
Am I live? I am. I'm getting there.
I'm live. Oh wait, I mean, well, you know what I meant.
All right. Well, I just want to announce Dr. Brown will be live in a few minutes. He is setting up the show for, what is it, Music Maniacs?
Music Maniacs. We're live right now.
We're live on Dr. Brown's channel with
Yeah.
YR, Arknolia Strokelbean, and the rest of the gang. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be tuning in and out, but, I hope you guys have a great show.
Oh, you're not gonna stay?
Well, since we're still in the '90s, I'll be tuning in and out too.
Oh, I was born in the 90s. Okay, 94. 94.
Mm.
Talking
Ah.
about Selena tonight. Talking about
What happened
Selena.
in 94? Real quick, what happened in 94?
Selena died.
No, that
Ah,
was 95.
Ah, that was close.
horrible memory, yes.
Kurt Cobain died.
Or
Kurt
ended his
Cobain.
life.
SC Steve put a bullet in his head in 2023. Did you hear about that?
Oh gosh.
No, SC Steve is in the chat. He's going to come in. Talk about this 90s experiences. Selena.
Yeah, we gotta touch up on her. That's for sure. There.
Well, actually, I was going to suggest our next though. Let's get out of the '90s, please,
No.
and talk about just general tragedies, not deaths. Well, deaths. Okay, who is that?
Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown, are you in a rainstorm?
No.
Sounds like it.
No, I'm not in a rainstorm at all. Everything is AC.
It's raining. It's pouring.
Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown.
What is going on here? I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I don't appreciate it. Well, we're supposed to be doing Music Maniacs tonight. Which is going to be a continue our look into the 90s, but Ark stated that he wants to get out of that. So I'm thinking maybe this will be the last show spotlighting on that decade. Ark, you there, man?
Yeah,
Okay, can you hear me loud and clear?
yeah. What was all the
That's
noise?
I don't know what the noise in the background is the air conditioner in our house going on right now.
Oh, it's not that.
No, I don't know what the heck is going on there. A couple times when I went live with the guys, they say they were having trouble hearing me. There's something with my microphone or whichever there. I don't know what the heck is going on, but all right. Hold on a second there. Now I'm getting another call. Oh, what the hell is going on here? Jesus Christ. And it's
We
not
don't
showing
have
up on the computer there.
we don't have anybody but me.
It's just you and I there. All right. Tell you what, let me answer this call and see. I'll add you into the mix. Okay, give me a couple minutes.
He's just an alpha male, Tony is.
Okay. All right,
Brown,
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Brown,
Good.
your thing messed up. I screen recorded it.
You my what is?
Ugh.
Okay, play it.
What there?
Okay, so play it for me. I don't know what the heck's going on there, because
I
Ark was
can't.
hearing me
You?
fine.
Can you play it there? There.
I can't put it there.
I'm sending it to you now. Here, I'll send it in the
All
group
right.
here. I'll send it here now. There.
All right. Ark's on the call
Internet
now.
work.
All right, there.
That's right. You're gonna have to get a brand new headset for real.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they got out there. I'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon.
Someone's gotta play this video. This thing's hilarious. Because I'm like, Brian, you sound like you're going in snow, and he's like, no, I don't. Meanwhile, it's like a damn rainstorm, like a hailstorm.
Well, the noise you hear in the background is the air conditioner going. And this is not the first time you mentioned this. I don't know what the heck is going on.
It's your headphones. It's not the air conditioner going. It's the headphones, my nigga.
Yo, YR, stop.
Right. All right, there. So, Ark, you there,
there.
You there, bud?
Yeah.
That's okay. Now, you said like you want to focus on the tragedies, the 1990s. You said there.
No.
No, just
When we get done with the 90s, next week, let's do general tragedies, things that are out of the ordinary, not, your normal deaths or anything like that.
Okay, I got so all right. With all the commotion
Which I
going
include
on,
overdoses.
okay, yes, and suicides. We definitely got to look at that, definitely, because there was a lot as of late, and also. Plus, the issue that was going on with, I don't know, I guess YR's right. I probably have to get me a new headset or something like that, because you're able to hear me, but a couple of times what?
Brown, can you play that video?
No, I didn't get it. I didn't get it yet. Hold on a second.
Excuse me?
I didn't get it yet.
Okay. What else do we know about the 90s?
Well,
how about the fact that it was mostly dominated by pop
and gangster rap in the early stages of that decade? Okay, I see that now. I got it now. Give me a couple of minutes here. Let me see what they're talking. No.
Okay,
Dr. Brown, are you in a rainstorm?
No.
Sounds like it.
No, I'm not in a rainstorm at all. Everything is. I hear what you're talking about now.
Just in case
I recorded that off your stream too.
Just in case I thought it was me, I pulled my headphone and had just my computer going, and I still heard it. So
wow, holy
shit. It
shit.
wasn't me.
I see. And here's another one. Give it a couple minutes here. It's got to download. All right. No.
Okay,
Dr. Brown, are you in a rainstorm?
No.
Sounds like it.
No, I'm not in a rainstorm at all. Everything is.
Well, it really goes in there.
I know. It's like, and funny thing is, when I got called in while driving, my voice came in through fine. But again, I was on my phone playing. Hearing you guys on the car speaker. So tomorrow, I guess tomorrow when I'm gonna definitely get me a new headset. I guess that's probably due for some new ones there. Okay, well let me Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll let you guys. I'll let you take over, Art. Go ahead there.
Well, like Jacob, I was going to be in and out of the 90s because generally there was good music, but the stuff that was dominant in the 90s, like I said a minute ago, is pop. Mostly, the Whitney Houstons and the Amy Grants and mostly that stuff.
Okay, got my phone ready here, and I'm seeing so far my voice seems to be coming through.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know because that was I don't know what the heck it is. All right, so as you say, a lot of the 90s was pop music, jam bands, gangster rap, obscure acts like Chubba Wubba, which is comprised of all anarchists. Had that one song about I get knocked down, but I'll get up again. It's supposed to have been a song of inspiration, but yeah, inspiration coming from a bunch of group of guys and gals who what the Queen of England did. Well, she's already dead. They had to wait along how many years for that to happen?
400 years.
Oop, here we go again.
What?
Dr. Brown, he's skiing down a slope there. Snow mountain.
Let's see here. Hold on a second.
You're going ice sledding down a slope there.
I get knocked down, but I'll get up again. It's supposed to have been a song of inspiration, but yeah, inspiration coming from a bunch of group of guys and gals who what the Queen of England did. Well, let's find out. Already did. They had to wait along how many years for that to happen? I hear it now, man. I think tomorrow. I see what you're talking. You know what? Tomorrow I'm going. Do you guys hear me now? I guess I'm going to have to stay in one spot because whenever I move, that's what happens.
Is that your only pair of headphones?
Well, so far, yes. The only other things I got the earbuds. That's about it there.
Why that one?
Yeah, but the problem is, the only kind of plug-in you have was the UBS plug. And to do that, we need an adapter to plug. Basically, you know what I'm talking about. A certain kind of adapter that you probably got to get at either some hardware store or a mail order or something like that. So I'm going to have probably just, stand still for the next hour or so. But back to the 90s, it just, a lot of gangster rap was out and about. We had Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, as he was known at that time. We had all these offshoots like Compton's Most Wanted. We had other gangster rappers, trying to pick up on that particular style there. We had Vanilla Ice trying to do the same thing on one of his records. Tone Loc, who had that song Wild Thing back in the later half of the 80s. He tried to establish himself as a gangster. Even MC Hammer. That, to me, was probably one of the biggest jokes ever. A couple years before, it was like, we need to pray each day. He was singing one of his lyrics. Then he's talking about 2 bumps in the hump, 2 bumps in the hump. We let the girls with 2 bumps in the hump, Trying to portray himself as gangster because that was the thing at that moment. I guess the record label was trying to convince him to go that route if he wanted to keep himself relevant.
Generally, the record labels drive everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally.
Yeah, exactly. They'll try to convince a band to either change the name to like the something there to fit the bands, like the Strokes, the Hives, the Killers, or those kind of groups there. I mean, there was a Sum 41 video that pretty much summed it all up there. Sum 41 goes into a record executive's office, say, hey, and the executive's like, hey, we're on good terms, right? Ha, ha, ha. With all the bands like the Strokes, the Hives, maybe you can try a little something. So the band later is on stage, and behind them is a big logo, the Sums. So basically, you get the picture there, how record labels work.
Yeah. Some dumbass exec in an office decides what's going to be out there because something else was popular a while back.
Exactly. I mean, the same thing with 9 Inch Nails. When Trent Reznor made it big with that song Closer, how many other record companies were trying to find something that will duplicate the same thing, attract the same audience? It's a thing called follow the leader. And we saw that a lot throughout the 80s and 90s. Take, for example, the group New Edition. They made it big in the 80s with songs like Candy Girl or Cool It Now, other songs. And this is a group that Bobby Brown was in prior to going solo, by the way. Some other record labels came up with their own little offshoot versions. Like there was this one called 4x4. They had this minor hit back in around 88, 87 there. But the fact that the follow the leader phrase sadly goes on and on. How many times? I mean, like when Nirvana broke up, all the record labels were trying to find the next best thing.
And I guess they don't realize that when you make copycats, they're not going to succeed as well because people are going, "Oh, I heard it before."
Exactly. I mean, like,
but they're stupid people.
Yeah, but they're not thinking about creativity. They're not thinking about originality. They're not thinking about something different out for the audience. They're only thinking about making that money. Selling records, making that money, getting those profits in so they can continue their vacation to the Bahamas, owning the copyrights to the artist's music. Robert Fripp from King Crimson spoke about that a few times in the past there. Of course, in their defense, they'll probably say, hey, well, we need the copyrights so we can keep the record label going, because it takes a lot of money to make money. But still, I'm not too sure if I want a song that I written in 1973 being used in a Jimmy Dean sausage commercial. Let alone a song about my divorce being used in a Michelob beer commercial.
Yeah.
So, and the thing about one of the things that this is probably one of the biggest reasons why I've drifted towards the more avant-garde side of the music spectrum. Artists like bands like the Fair Sex, 16 Volt, I like the 9 Inch Nails. I do admit that. I had the Downward Spiral on vinyl that I got from an independent record store back that year it came out. I know Gal Pal I was kind of seeing on and off was recommended. She was recommending me picking up that album, so I finally did on vinyl as I showed it to her. We was heading out to some club, I guess, if I remember. But the song Closer was just everywhere, as you could tell, and that's where we all noticed the trendies coming out to all the alternative clubs. Like the Leon City Club that me and Extreme Shaft talked about a couple times. One time on a Friday evening, there was a long ass lineup to get inside. I was like, yo, really? This is unexpected. And the reason being is because A, it was briefly written up in Rolling Stone magazine, and plus, alternative at that time was the big thing. And all the trendies out there, which is mostly comprised of, the preppies, the normal class people who not have a faintest clue about what the act or the songs are about, what their description are. They just follow along because it's the current thing at the moment, That's one of the things that disgusts the hell out of me. And they get inside the underground club and they see the crowd that they're dealing with and they figure, oh shit, I'm scared for my life. These people are creepy. These people scare the hell out of me. Why do these people dress in black? Why do these people look the way they look? Well, take a look at yourself in the mirror, jabroni. You caused us to be this way. And, holy cow, we got to talk over there. Okay. What that? Okay, Wire's still on the call?
I don't know. Let me look.
I know, it looks like he's on the call, but, he's, I know it's hard to hear him for some reason.
He's probably not saying anything. That's why he's hard to hear.
I know, it's like there's a little circle around his Skype icon for some reason. I don't know if we're having trouble getting him on the call for some reason. But either way, going back to the subject, it's just, boggles me, that we have so many people out there trying to, here's the thing, so many, we had enough of trendies. We had enough of these fools. We had enough of these idiots out there trying to make themselves look cool, trying to be one of the cool cats that are out there. Hey, I'm following the latest trends. Like, that's not originality. That's not, to us, it's not cool. We've seen it all before. And the thing that really gets me is that, and my boy Tim, who resides in Windsor, Canada at that time, he was the host of a Saturday afternoon radio show out of a college station out of the University of Windsor. He told me that there was this one guy who was normal looking, basically normal. Hey, how you doing? What's up there? He tried to fit into the goth rock scene, and you try to ask him how's he doing, be like, I'm just living, blah blah blah. Give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, like, come on. Not all goth people are depressed all the time. There are some out there that is happy-go-lucky. There's some out there who are joining the great things in life. There's some out there who work big, cool-ass jobs. There was this one guy, I remember. His name was Mark. He's not only a registered paramedic, he's also a sheriff in the Ann Arbor area back in Michigan. And you know what? Much credit to this guy because he told me a lot about the industrial scene that I was into at that time. I'm still into that industrial scene there. You know what? In fact, I'm going to say right now, give praise to DOS Machine while it still existed every once in a month at Numbers. And also praise to the Underworld nights they have at that same venue. And also praise to the Castle for delivering the outright goods this past Friday night and this coming Saturday night when I go back there on that particular evening. I mean, when you think about it, but you see where I'm coming from when it comes to the mainstream people out there trying to latch on to whatever is trending. Whatever's big, they'll try to follow along with it. They'll try to dress like it. I mean, like, God knows how many white kids out there. I remember listening to Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, trying to act gangster, trying to act all thug, trying to act all hood, trying to act like they from the streets when actually they still live with their parents in the suburbs. Give me a break. Dude. Come on. And, I don't know how it is nowadays, since we got mostly this emo rap, mostly, I know a lot of gangster rappers that could probably, often do shows at these retro events sponsored by some radio station there. But the bottom line is, it's just, too many, that was one of the things that would just drive me bonkers. All the trendies or whichever club there was,
There's a lot of people out there that are exploring the 60s and 70s.
That's good.
Because they don't like what's out there now.
I know. I don't blame. You know what? I don't blame it at all. I think one of the first actresses who spoke about that was Christina Applegate, who at that time was still with Married with Children, the TV show. She did an interview that she doesn't know anything about U2 or any of these other current acts at that time, but she found herself listening to a Janis Joplin and a few others from that era there, in which we don't blame her at all. I mean, when you think about it, it's just a lot of stuff back then had a lot more depth, a lot more meaning, a lot more perspective, and one thing I also
And it wasn't studioed and auto tuned and all that crap. It
no,
was real.
yeah, it's absolutely there. Like you know, I'm glad the auto tune kind of died out. I'm glad because that was way overused a lot on some of these pop and hip hop songs. I guess a lot of these rappers, they know they couldn't sing for shit. Lil Wayne being one of them. I mean, they would use the auto tune a lot of times to make themselves sound robotics, make themselves sound different, make themselves sound, a lot more. Like it sounds like they're on the top of the world, singing all that stuff. Give us a break. It's not working. It's not doing anything for us. Freaking quit, okay? Give us a break. Jeez, dude, it's not working.
Hmm.
Jeez, I swear, makes no sense at all. But sadly, that's the world we live in today. You know,
Well, doing all the studio tricks, when they go out live, they got to haul them along so they can sound the same.
I know,
Because they go out in the road and try to sound like that, it ain't happening.
I know. You got to bring. That's why they often bring these little laptops with them a few times to have those some of those sounds, those effects. Now, a lot of industrial bands in the 1990s had a lot of backing tracks, but those were instrumental backing tracks, not vocals.
Right.
And the reason why they did that is because obviously you needed a whole bunch of keyboard players, a whole bunch of percussionists to recreate those sounds as they had on the records. And who wants to pay that amount of money for all those people? And these were acts from the underground. Bands that played small venues like the Magic Stick in Ferndale, Michigan, or a small venue
Arknolia
like
Strokelbeaner.
Hello, SC.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hey, what's up, Steve? What's happening?
I just wanted to say Arknolia has the greatest name. You could turn it into Arknolia Strokelbeaner.
Yeah.
Jeez. No, so Steve, what do you got to say about what I've been me and Ark were talking about a moment ago there, in terms of all these trendies, people kind of trending on the latest craze that is out there, when it's the dark underground, the gangster rap.
I think, like you guys have experienced it, everything it's a recycle, rinse and repeat, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
It just comes back, and then obviously, people in your guys' situation, the OGs, the originals, would say, nah, it's nothing like back then. Back then was the best. And then eventually the kids now, in their later years, they'll say the same thing when it's repeated again. They'll be like, oh, it was nothing like it was back then. It was the greatest times. It's just a cycle of life.
It's kind of funny. You have a point there, because I was remember talking to my brother-in-law about how people always say that their time was the best when they grew up in the 80s, how the kids who grew up in the 90s say their time was the best, and the people who grew up in the 70s say that time was the best, or the 60s or the 50s. You have that generation who always says the same thing, never
Okay.
ending.
It's just a cycle, It's the cycle of life.
Yeah, but the thing what I was trying to get at is all these people who live, trying to fit in with a particular scene with no knowledge of that scene whatsoever, if you know what I'm talking about. We used to call them trendies,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen a few of them many times.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Do you have any stories about a few that you have witnessed in the past?
I would say now like the baggy clothes. Can I say that? Even though it's
Yeah.
music, can I
You
say
mean
baggy clothes?
you mean the jungle jeans or whatever jingle, the spelled JNCO? Your tree
Django,
tr-
Django,
Django.
Django.
Yeah, Django. Yeah, the tree trunk pants.
Yeah, I mean that's coming back now, and I
Oh
seen a
jeez.
bunch of kids with it. And I like me, I like to wear slim fit clothes, right? You know, it's
Mhm.
just not skinny, just slim fit, fitted, right?
I hear you. So do I, man.
And so I was hearing a conversation the other day. They were like, "Oh, skinny and slim fit is like so yesterday. Like that's what the old
Oh
people wear.
gosh.
They
Oh
don't know
gosh.
what's in now." And it's like, if I want, I could wear baggy clothes, but that's just I don't want to. You know?
You know what? They said the same thing about the mullet haircut, and that came back a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Believe it or not. Yes.
we're trendy right now.
Yeah. Exactly. Now the question I want to know is, will men be wearing short shorts again like they did in the 80s and 70s?
Well, I've seen it going on. I don't know if especially you, you've heard about the latest craze, the tuck-in shorts or the tuck-in boxers.
Oh my gosh! You mean the genderless underwear that's out there?
That
Why I mentioned?
Yes, that is insane.
Oh gosh.
It's just like what is going on with humanity?
I don't know. It's just like Meanwhile, meanwhile, I mentioned this, on Ken's
Yeah.
program a couple Sundays ago. There you are, YR. Just wondering what
Yeah,
happened
why
with
is
you.
Rojas bashing Ken in RP's
Where?
chat right now?
What?
Where?
What?
Rojas is bashing Ken in RP's chat.
What?
It says Joe can be hypocritical, but that's not constantly on streams talking about Ken.
I know
I
the
was referring to the clip you played and to someone in the chat, RP.
Mhm.
Joe can be hypocritical, but he's not constantly on streams talking about Ken. Unmod me, please. I like Ken, but that's straight up.
Wow.
I don't get it. He's not saying anything inappropriate. Why does Ken care? He constantly says he doesn't care about Joe, but he's always on streams talking about, oh, wee.
Let me see this. I don't know why I put it in chat. I see what he's saying here. Why does Ken Carey constantly says he doesn't care about Joe, but always streams talking about him? Oh wow. But then again, it's us to the other participants that talk about him just as well there. So we're guilty of that at times.
Damn, bruh.
And by the way, get this. I gotta throw this sidebar in. Danny was in my chat earlier saying Scott just got arrested in Canada. Something about trespassing on some school property up there.
Those are allegations, and I do not agree.
Yeah, we like
You guys
to.
are live on the Chaotic Behavior podcast.
Oh, we're live on
Oh,
my
you-
channel just as well there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who
Cybercat.
called me? I'm
No, it's
sorry.
okay,
I'm
man.
sorry.
It's good,
No,
man.
RP. Actually, we got a great conversation going on. I talked about baggy jeans are coming back. Can you name something that you've noticed that's making like a return? You know what I mean?
I would say, that's a good question because I have seen the baggy jeans. I've seen it.
The baggy jeans,
Something else is coming back.
the short shorts from.
No,
the
that's
70s.
always around. That's always around.
Okay.
For dudes, men and women.
I'm at work, bud. I'm just
Oh.
stopping by. I'm not saying you're creating a narrative. All right, Luke. Thank you for that. I
What's
just
the-
want to be
what's the-
good in your book.
Earl said the hair. What was the hair? The
Mullet. The mullet.
The
hair-
mullet.
The mullet.
Suck my 10-inch cock, motherfucker! You
Oh,
motherfucker, Hulk Hogan!
Oh, dude.
here we
And
go.
dirty motherfucker, Rojas, you piece of dirty, ugly, four-eyed, fat fucking piece of shit. I fuck you with my 10-inch cock, you fucking fat, retarded, mongoloid motherfucker that tries to copy Joe Cronin all the time. Fuck you, you jabroni cocksucker. Fuck your mother. Fuck your father. Fuck your sister in the fuck. Fuck your face. You ugly motherfucker, you. Eat cock and die, you piece of shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Shit.
Damn.
Welcome to Chaotic Behavior Podcast. Yes.
Now that's a promo right there.
That's chaotic.
Oh yeah. By the way, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik who passed away earlier today at age 81. The WWE.
Yeah, I
Hall of
saw your video earlier
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck, man? I didn't want these two to go at it, bro. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Nah, look, Luke Rojas said LOL. He liked it. Luke Rojas liked it. He liked it.
No.
Luke
Rojas,
Rojas liked it.
he's an evil genius, dude. He's like letting it build up. Like he laughs and then he'll be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, one night I'll monetize this. He'll probably go ahead, Ken. One night I'll monetize this.
My God, no, this is not what I wanted, dude. No.
That was funny though. Where's YR?
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask myself. There's like a little circle going around his Skybycon here. I don't know what it is.
He's talking to Bullfrog behind the scenes.
Is he going to convince Bullfrog to come back?
No, they're talking about how to wash dirty feet behind the scenes.
Can you
Yeah,
guys
well-
add Bullfrog? Can somebody add Bullfrog?
If
No,
he,
I was kidding. They don't seen Bullfrog in years, bro. That guy's long gone. I heard he has a girlfriend.
Add Vikings. Dr. Brown, can you add Vikings?
Dr. Brown. Yo, so RP, he said the mullet came back.
Yeah, it came back a
What's
couple
another
years
trend?
ago there.
Oh yeah, especially with the new artist Peso Pluma. He has the mullet.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What's another trend?
Piercings.
make a
Piercings
comeback?
on the nose.
No, I feel
Piercings.
The septum piercing. I've seen a few of those a few times.
like piercings have always been around.
Yeah. But the thing is, it hasn't gotten as much everywhere as it is nowadays. I mean, like back then, it was the 90s was usually about the eyebrow, the nose, the nipples, guys and gals. Nowadays, it's all that, including the septum of the nose. Like a bull ring hanging out of your nose when you think about it. But then again, that actually Perry Farrell may have started that when he was still with Jane's Addiction there.
All right, I'm gonna go back to playing clip. Right.
All right.
All right, so yeah, me and Ark were talking about all the trendies that coming into clubs. So that was big in the 90s. People follow along with the Grateful Dead because that was a thing at that time there. All the jam bands. Let's not forget the jam bands, that came out like Blues Traveler, Spin Doctors, the Horde Festival, which Horde, HORDE, which meant Horizons of Rock Developing Everywhere. That was a thing that went on almost every summer, along with Lollapalooza. That was one of the big tours there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like paloozas going on now.
Yeah.
There's a couple concerts like that going on in Africa now. You got them in South America, up here in the north. Now you got more in Chicago and area.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yo,
Did Ken just come on the call or no?
He was. Yes, he
you
was. He came and delivered this
Man,
promo.
I missed this whole
I'll
thing.
put it on right now.
Yeah.
I missed
right
this whole
here.
thing. So in the 90s, I see.
Motherfucker, you motherfucker, oh dude, here we go. Motherfucker, Rojas, you piece of dirty, ugly, four-eyed, fat fucking piece of shit. I fuck you with my 10-inch cock. You fucking fat, retarded, mongoloid motherfucker that tries to copy Joe Cronin all the time. Fuck you, you jabroni cocksucker. Fuck your mother. Fuck your father. Fuck your sister-in-law. Fuck your face. You ugly motherfucker, you. Eat cock and die, you piece of shit.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Wild, bro.
Damn. Holy
Sheesh.
shit. Damn. Oh, man. I have nothing to say there, that's for sure there.
Nah, I mean, that left me speechless. How about
I know.
Mr. The Strokelbean? Or
Hmm?
Dude.
he's like, I don't care.
Hmm?
Ark is the goat. Ark is the goat.
Well, he was like, I guess he stepped away while everybody else did their thing there.
Hmm?
What?
Well, if people didn't know, Luke Rojas has been great on Joe Cronin's show.
Yes.
I think me and SC are the only ones that's giving this guy respect because everyone else is jealous of the spot that he has. But
Great.
Rojas is a godsend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. All right. So, way back to the 90s there that we're talking about. We were talking about all the followers, all the trendies, all the kids trying to fit in with the gangster rap scene, the underground, the dark scene, all the jam band scene that are out there. We've seen it many times before. I mean, come on. And here's the funny thing that really is the laugh. Some of these these preppies, these white preppy boys try to hit up on all the gals at whichever club they try to go into. I mean, one time I remember this place called Lipsticks in Clinton Township, Michigan. We had this Rico Suave looking character trying to be the cross between Tony Montana and Razor Ramon, tried to hit up on all the gals that were on the dance floor, and he just got rejected left and right and left, and it got to the point where there's this one woman who just started screaming her head off at this bozo. I mean, finally that guy left as soon afterwards.
Keyword being alone.
Yep, exactly. Fortunately, there are so many people out there trying to follow that kind of bullshit. They have no identity of their own. They got to latch on to something instead of being their own person. And this spotting all the memes that we see on Facebook and social media saying, be your own kind of crazy, But earlier on, we were discussing, I know you mentioned about this gal here, Selena. We definitely want to bring her up because she was big name in the Tejano music scene there. There was a movie about her that starred Jennifer Lopez. In fact, if it's to say that movie gave Lopez her name into the lights there. And by the way, she was also in that Janet Jackson video for a song called That's What Love Does, or What's Way Love Goes, I think it's called. Towards the end of the video, Lopez looks at the camera. Janet says, Jen, why are you doing that? You got to mess things up there, That was her. And now Lopez is like a big star now because of that Selena role there. Which also, by the way, starred Edward James Olmos as Selena's father. But what happened to her was a big shock. Because, the person who shot her dead was the president of her fan club. Yolanda something there.
And basically, from what I understand, Selena had uncovered that she was scamming money, I think.
Yeah, she was, exactly. There was a lot of debauchery going on with the fan club, the little business that they were trying to set up here and there. And I guess, Selena tried to confront her about it. Yolanda said, to try to deny the whole damn thing. And I guess, Yolanda, this ugly broad, she decided to pull out a pistols, shoot her. But thank goodness for Selena doing this. Moments before she died, she said who did it. Yolanda was arrested, found guilty, and all the Latino descent people in not only Texas but across America were jumping for joy. One sign even held up said, OJ got away with it, Yolanda won't. And we're also going to bring up O.J. Simpson, what went on throughout 1994, 1995. The trial of the century, as it was called. Now, my question is, how much money was spent towards that trial? Now, did the courts of Los Angeles receive any payments from all the TV stations broadcasting, including the E! Entertainment Channel? Because they broadcast that trial almost every day, for crying out loud.
And the other offshoot of that trial was it gave, I would hesitate to use the word birth, but it promoted the Kardashian clan.
Yeah, it's true there, because Robert Kardashian, who was the father of the Kardashians, he was one of the OJ's defense team, including F. Lee Bailey and the late Johnny Cochran. But probably one of the biggest names that really put himself in the dirt hole had to be that one cop, Mark Furman. Because there was an audio clip of him saying in some sort of interview, yeah, when you become a cop, you feel like God. And I guess he degraded a lot of the black people in that interview there. Which at the time was the perspective of many officers in the LAPD. Because, around that time, the LAPD never really got fully forgiven for what happened with Rodney King back in the summer of 1991. And there's people out there to this day that still haven't forgiven police forces for that kind of shit. Even though there were cops out there that were interviewed that looked down and spoke against that action.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, like, some of that stuff goes on today. Look what happened with that guy George Floyd. Look what that Derek Chauvin did to him. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. He got his just desserts. He's in prison right now, getting up the ass, no doubt about that. But, this is why I advocate personally that officers who patrol the streets or whichever there get professional help from a psychiatrist to talk to at times. Because all that frustration is going to build up and it's going to explode in one horrible second. And that usually when that happens, somebody's life either gets injured or killed. And let's not forget, Malice Green. Back in Detroit the following year after what happened in L.A. He was killed by two white police officers. They were trying to restrain him, try to get something out of his hand. That frustration they were feeling a lot of times just overpopulated. And next thing you know, Green was dead. The next year, they were both found guilty, serving life in prison. They are now doing. Now, credit to the police chief at that time, Stanley Knox. He came out to address the crowd that had gathered around the memorial where Green had perished, which is by Warren Avenue and 24th Street there. I visited a few times in the past. Now, you never saw Gerald Gates, who was heading the LAPD at that time. You never saw him do that, did you? No, he didn't. And the good thing is that Detroit, after learning from what happened in 1967 when they had their riots, they decided not to do the same when the LA riots broke out. And they didn't do the same thing with when those two cops got found guilty, Walter Butson and Larry Nevers. I mean, like the word cop was like a big dirty word around the early 1990s as well there, like it was back in 2000. I mean, a lot of police issues regarding frustration and anger and brutality was put into question twice. Okay. All right. So, Ark, got anything else you
Yeah.
want to? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm just waiting on you, man.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing left on the 90s. I'm left that decade behind.
Okay. I guess will probably be the last, you know, part on the 1990s there, and I think probably a good thing it'll be leave it behind because the 90s had a good moments there. Like I said, there was the clubs I went to around the Detroit area there, back in Hamtramck as well, Clinton Township, the places I went to a lot of times. I mean, I was working a good job at the restaurant by Roseville, Michigan there, you know. But, there was a lot of trendies, there was a lot of incidents, there were a lot of problems with this gal that gal was interested in. When you love me as a friend, when I didn't really want that. Of course, girls that age, they didn't, they don't know what they want at times there. You got to give them space. So, I gave one space, and next thing you know, she departed from me. She chose her boyfriend over
Brian,
me.
you can't,
What?
Brian, you can't smother. You can't smother them.
I know that's true. That's one thing my brother-in-law told me about, when I was discussing this issue there.
You're being like RP. You want to marry him in 2 weeks and all that. Like, don't be like RP and be
I
clingy.
know, yeah. Well, you'll be glad to know I've laid off the L word for since moving to Texas, and I'm laying off it right now.
Real quick,
What?
Earl,
Mhm.
they're asking me if you were down for a drama talk after this session with Ark.
Who's saying that?
I need confirmation before I say.
Who is
Who's saying?
saying that?
Who's asking?
I can't say. I just need confirmation before. Like, are you available? Or yes or no? That's the real
Well,
question.
I'm planning on.
But like, don't go live over RP though. Or is he the
No.
one asking?
I guess I'll ask the person if we could just make it one big show.
Yeah.
We can do it for a short while, then I'll sign off there because, like I said, I'm a busy guy at our place. We do a lot of activities here or there.
Excuse you. My bad.
So, and I'm just saying, that's why I'm usually not on Skype calls a lot of times unless for programs such as these.
Meanwhile, you did 15 shows with Scott last week. Come on.
Yeah, well, not no more, that's for sure. He's gone. He's out the door. You don't do that to someone, regardless. He's done. And by the way, you may remember why it was Simo that brought on Scott that one night.
Right.
Yeah. And Simo is another one that's going to be put out to pasture. I mean, like, when you see my videos from the meat cooler at my job there, am I ripping off, Simo's cooler updates, as he calls it?
No. I mean, y'all both have good ideas there. I don't think
Yeah.
you saw him.
Well, you are simply reporting from work. You're not doing a concept.
Smartnolia. You know what I mean? Write that one. Smartnolia. I like that.
Smartnolia?
Smartnolia. Yep.
Come on.
He's smart.
Or I act the part.
Mm-hmm.
He's a genius.
Here you go. Let's see what we
Did
got
we get
here.
confirmation from the other person?
Uh, that was SC asking Earl if he was
Yeah.
down.
He's
The
got
show
a
with
cooler.
RP.
He's got a cooler update of 6 days ago. Let's see what he has to say about. He's not even.
Oh
What?
shit!
Update for you motherfuckers.
Uh oh.
Rocking the Maiden shirt today.
That's cool. So am I.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
Wait, why are you listening to him, dude?
I'm gonna see smack about me because he commented from my one of my videos saying, "Why are you ripping off my cooler updates, dude?"
I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to go down those trenches, brother. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Let's see here. Well, I'll probably see what's going on. He's got this one band called Terror from St. Andrews Hall in Detroit, the Black Dollar murder. And let's see, The Truth is Life, it's about 46 seconds long. It's only okay when Ken lies, got that. A proposal for Dave Rose. Tommy roast Dave Rose for not being able to forward a mixer. Blah, blah, blah. Rest in peace, JCS. Another title there. Weekly Cooler Update. Let's see here. I'll probably look over this bullshit when he when I'm done with this program here. In the meantime, to thrust it with this program. So, next Wednesday, we're going to be looking at incidents throughout rocker history, whether it's tragedies.
Mostly
or
tragedies
Yeah, okay. We have to go. Yeah, one of the
or incidents.
Incidents, yes. Shocking incidents. Definitely. The most shocking moments in the rock and roll history there. We got to definitely talk about that next Wednesday there. I did come. Did you ever see the video I uploaded weeks back about spotlighting musicians with mental illnesses?
No, I hadn't seen. I don't remember seeing it.
Well, actually, I uploaded it. It was a suggestion for the one of our shows we could do in the future there, spotlighting on musicians who have, mental illnesses. Like we could talk about Nick Drake, who suffered from depression. We could talk about Syd Barrett, who was schizophrenic. Or we could talk about Kanye West, who was reportedly bipolar. We could definitely do a subject like that if you're interested.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but that's
Definitely.
fine.
Definitely, I'll get the tabs up for the on my computer on my phone to definitely do an episode like that. We definitely do that in the near future there.
Okay, and then tomorrow night we're doing a wrestling show.
Yep.
Basically WCW.
Yeah, and I got a good title for tomorrow's show there. We're gonna call it WrestleManiacs. One word, like WrestleMania is one word there.
Just add a C to the end.
Absolutely.
Or a CS, actually, I
Or
guess.
CSX, or either way. I have my you know how I come up with things. Well, actually, the title came from YR himself there. He used to call his and, the same name that we're using right now for the music show. All right. So I guess that'll be that concludes our look into the 1990s, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, there. I'm gonna be busy doing stuff with the family here. There. All right. Tomorrow evening, WrestleManiacs hits the airways on the Dr. Earl channel. Take a look at the highs, the lows, and the situations with WCW World Championship Wrestling. Me, Arknolia, and YR, and whichever individual joins us on the call there. All right, so for all of us, including Ark, YR, Steve, Jacob, we'll see you all guys later on, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night. Thank you.
You too
Earl, we're
there.
gonna call you right now, sir.